What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 88 of the motherfucking pow. Oh, can't curse that early. Welcome to episode 88 of the mother freaking podcast. You already know it's your boy Loon here. And I have a couple things to talk about. It's another solo episode. We're going to do a quickie, 20, 30 minute, maybe even less. Who knows? Just kind of update you guys on things. I had a crazy weekend. And the reason why I am going to do a short podcast is because I want to get this up on the right day. It might not even be on the right day. I might have to upload this on tomorrow, Wednesday. But we'll see. Usually I film podcasts beforehand and I have them pre-prep, but man, it was a crazy weekend. I'm going to tell you guys all about that. I also have a few other things that are really important that I want to talk to you guys about and kind of update you guys if you are a loyal fan to me or the podcast. And then from there, we'll just, see you guys next week from there, you know. But one of the big things I need to talk to you guys about is the college tour dates. I am going on tour. If you guys didn't know, if you're a loyal fan of the podcast, you guys would know. Or of me, actually, because I put it on my Instagram. Speaking of my Instagram, follow me, LOONKDO on Instagram. I am going on tour. This is the kind of the lineup. Let me move it a little closer because I'm too lazy to actually edit it in. But yeah, essentially, I'm going to UNCW, ECU, and NC State. I'm going to Wake Forest and App, and then Duke and Carolina. So we've got, 7 colleges? Yeah. And we're going to be starting on March 29th, which is next Wednesday. I'll be at UNCW. Then I'll go the next day. I'm going to go to ECU and NC State. Then we're going to hit Wake Forest and App State on that Wednesday. On the week, Wednesday after that. So in 2 weeks from now, April 5th. And then Duke and UNC April 6th, the day after. So March 29th, March 30th, April 5th, and April 6th. I will post all of the dates and all the official, more updated stuff on my Instagram. So follow me on there if you guys missed this. I'll see if I can put it in the description box. But again, I'm trying to just get this podcast up and going. But yeah, I'm excited. So if you guys didn't know, these podcasts. Oh, sorry, I was cleaning my mic. These podcasts are essentially where I post up in a college and just do a public format where I just talk to anyone and everyone in the school. And it's funny because we're gonna start with UNCW, which is my alma mater. Almond matter. And I already know where I'm going to post it up. It's going to be funny. It's going to be funny if I run into any kids who end up being in my fraternity, because I definitely want to ask some funny fraternity questions. That podcast right there, we're actually going to have Chris and Howie a part of the podcast. If you guys didn't know, Howie or How Easy is one of the biggest influencers in the area, a good buddy of mine. And then Chris, you guys know Chris, 26 Chris, he's going to be a part of that as well. And then the rest of the podcast, I'm doing it solo. I'm doing it by myself. I have a new setup where it's easier for me to just kind of take everything, which I'm super stoked about. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited, honestly. Let's see. What else? Sorry, the reason I'm looking away is I want to make sure I had enough stuff for the podcast. But yeah, so that's the first thing that's going on. Tour, we're going to do it next week. This is going to be nice because it's going to be 7 episodes that will last me majority of the my trip to Europe, which is huge. I will probably have to film one more solo post-college, or I'll probably have to film one more podcast. That's a solo podcast just before Europe, kind of just as a buffer. I'll have to do the calculations later. But another thing, huge, I made a YouTube comeback. If you guys didn't know, I've uploaded 2 videos now on my main channel, and I took a 6-month hiatus. And my main channel is LoonKdo, LONKDO, or you could do the LoonKdo if you want to be specific. If you guys didn't know, I actually started not doing podcasts. I did YouTube videos, mainly about fitness first and then food. And then I went on these food tours and stuff. And then it got really tiring. I got tired of the content. It was really hard to do these vlogs. I feel like I can't talk right now. I'm dyslexic. No, I'm just playing. No, it was honestly really hard to edit constantly vlogs. I commend people who vlog daily and stuff because that's a lot of content. I find it easier to upload commentary videos, which is what I'm doing now. I'm doing kind of just everything. I've uploaded 2 videos, one on Outer Banks and one on the Sneeko and Charlie drama, or Moist Critical, or Penguin Zero. He has 3 nicknames. That actually blew up more than I thought it would. And it really is encouraging to see people liking that type of content because it's so much easier for me to make. I have another video I'm probably going to make tonight. It's going to be on Prime, which is KSI and Jake Paul's drink. A full review on Prime, honest review, and comparing it to like Gatorade and Powerade. Yeah, and I honestly, I'm just going to do whatever I want. That's what I want my channel to be, just whatever the fuck I want, because that's the type of content I watch anyways. I watch like Cody Co and, Moist Critical, and they're just commentary channels that just do whatever they want, and that's how I want to become. It's also easier, and it's so much more fun making content like that, to me, at least. Yeah, so if you guys don't know about the Sneeko drama, that shit is crazy, bro. I have the full video on my main channel, and I'll have the link in the description box, but that I would highly recommend you guys look into that. It's essentially started from a guy who is an alpha male Andrew Tate type beat dude who just started beefing with this YouTuber, Charlie or Penguin Zero, essentially because he roasted one of his friends, and it was a valid roast too. And I guess he was just being defensive for his friend. Started talking shit about him and his Charlie and his relationship. And then, dude, it got really hectic, like guns and videos, and I don't know if that's like a subliminal threat from both sides. It was hectic. I highly recommend you guys check that out. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because it was a whole like 10-minute video on my other channel, but it was a lot of fun making that video and talking about YouTube drama. And I see why there's so many drama channels, because one, it gains traction because you're essentially catering to the audience. You're on YouTube. Why not talk about other YouTubers and bring their audience to you too? And on top of that, it's fun to talk about drama, bro. Why the fuck did I watch Jersey Shore? That shit was fucking gas. Ron, Sammy, I told you I didn't cheat on you. Other things. Let's see. College, blah, blah, blah. YouTube comeback. This past weekend, I sound like Theo Vaughn. That's his podcast. But this past weekend was insane. Shout out to my boy Matt Arnold for coming out to Greensboro. So pretty much what happened was, I'll just kind of give you guys a recap. God, so many things. Okay. Let me try to spark notes it for you guys. So my boy Matt Arnold, he's been on the podcast before. We were actually going to do a podcast together, but we were just way too hungover on Sunday when he had to leave. But my boy Matt, when he hit me up like a couple months ago. Well, I went to Atlanta. We filmed the Georgia Tech podcast there. He was the one in the Georgia Tech one. And he was like, yo, like, I got to come down to Greensboro, blah, blah, blah. And we kind of like picked a weekend, but I honestly didn't know if Greensboro was going to be that fun, because Greensboro is great to live here. Like, I love living here, but I just don't like visiting Greensboro is like, I had thought at least. And then, he was like, well, what about St. Patrick's Day? And I was like, honestly, I've never done St. Patrick's in Greensboro, but I was like, let's do it. So he comes down St. Patrick's Day, and I was going to throw a party anyways, just like a house party. Ends up being like 4 people's birthdays. Shout out to Sierra, Marlon, Eddie, and Jalen. And we do this massive party. I'm actually, massive is the wrong word. I was at the peak of it was about 50 to 60 people, I would say. But I realized as I throw these house parties, how much my house can actually fit, because I always I guess I underestimate my house, because I'm like, the party before this one, I invited 40 to 50. Now I invited like 60. And then I'm like, dude, honestly, I could probably fit at 80. Let's push it to 100. Why not? No, that'd be a lot of cleaning and probably some damage to the house. But it was nice. I ran into like old fraternity brothers that were in town for the ACC tournament. A bunch of like old friends, and like my homie from college, Caroline. And yeah, it was a blast. I got a lot of fun, and Matt had a lot of fun too. But then the next day, we're feeling like poo-poo doo-doo. And at like 2 p.m., we wake up and we got brunch at Sage Mule, which was actually really freaking good. Probably the best brunch spot, that and then Shake and S in Greensboro. And had a fire bagel, things like that, and just good-ass coffee too. And then we went to the bar crawl and went to Marlon's place, who lives downtown. We go to this Elm Street on Greensboro, and I didn't even know Greensboro did this. They blocked off all of Elm Street, and it was just motherfuckers wearing green left and right, and they had a stage, they had a live music, man. They had freaking bars were like just bumping and bumping. Ran into a old friend of mine. Didn't realize he worked at Natty Greens. Man, it was a vibe, dude. We got saucy, and yo boy, me and Antonio, a homie, we pulled wingman of the year and freaking got my boy Matt. I'm not gonna. It's his life, so I'm not gonna detail too much. But just know that we wingman of the year. That's all y'all gotta know. And yeah, we met some cool people. I had a really wild ending to the night because Matt separated, Antonio separated, and I went with Marlon and a couple homies, and we're at College Hill Classic Bar, one of my favorites. And I'm talking to somebody in the pool room, and like Marlon just leaves me Irish goodbye because, you know, in the honor of St. Patrick's Day, he's just gone. And I didn't even know. I was still like just talking in the pool room, and he calls me. He goes, "Dude, where are you?" And there's like music playing that's different from Cohill. And he's like, "Dude, where are you? Come to Artistica." And I'm like, "What?" Like this Hispanic club, right? I was like, "When did you leave?" And he's just like, "Dude, we left a while ago. I thought you were gonna come with us." And I was like, "Dude, you never told me." He's like, "I have a bunch of girls here. Just come over. And I'm just like, oh my God. And it did take me a while. I wrapped up the conversations I was having. Then next thing you know, I'm running into people from like old high school, middle school days. So I'm having to say hi to all of them. And then Antonio meets up with me after his escapade with Matt. And I'm telling him, hey, like Marlon wants us to go to Artistica. Let's go. So we're walking out, and then I call Marlon, and Marlon goes, "Oh, never mind. I'm going home." And I go, "All right, I'll just go kill myself then." But yeah, so that was a crazy night. A crazy weekend too, man. Shout out, man. Matt and I just fucking bowled. Whenever me and him are together, man, we fucking bowl. Let's see what else. AI pictures. I got to show you guys this. This is actually pretty cool. So if you guys, I don't know how you guys feel about like the whole AI art shit, like Lensa.com and all that, or Lensa the app. Because I know there's a debate where it's like, oh, you guys are taking away from real artists, but it's like the convenience and using technology. But anyways, I got the cats some AI done, and this is mainly for the video listeners, because if you're on the Spotify or something, you can't really listen. But I'm gonna scroll through these. They're so freaking cute, dude. Like, I can't believe how well they were done. I'm gonna pick my favorite two, and then I'm gonna frame them on the wall in my garage. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with that, because Lensa now does ones for pets. So I was like, oh, freak yeah, dude. But yeah, so let's see what else. Oh God, I want to talk about this. I mean, not a lot of people listen to this podcast. I mean, not my solo ones at least. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, this is my time to share. I went on a date yesterday, and I've been on like many dates and have been dating, and it sounds bad. It sounds like I'm a hoe. No, I go on many hangouts and dates since being single. Whenever I have time, at least. I have been really busy lately with the businesses and all that stuff. And when I was first single, I was going on a lot, and then I slowed down tremendously because I don't know, it just gets tiring to just hang out or grab drinks with someone. And you know, I have friends of mine, close friends of mine, that like love just constantly hanging out with women and just like nonstop. But to me, it gets tiring really fast. And I acknowledge that literally like right after moments where I will just hang out with someone and I realize like, oh, this is pointless because I don't really like this person. And regardless if we like fornicate or anything, make love or anything, it's just like, you know. So I don't know. I guess being single and like experiencing the experiences, it speeds the more dates you go on or the more people you meet of that you're attracted to or whatever, or at least physically and stuff, the faster you realize like what you don't want and what you want. And I mean, to each their own. There are guys out there that will, for the rest of their life, love just constantly meeting new women and all that. But I don't think that I'm that type of guy. I long for something deeper, but I also fear that I'm not ready for something deeper. So it's like a constant battle of like a yin and yang of like, I want to be single for as long as possible, but then I do being dating at all. I'm like so hesitant because a lot of people I'm just like, I don't like them. It's just not enough. But when I say I don't like them, I mean like I don't like them like relationship wise. I don't like I like most people I've met, with the exception of a few, but yeah, I went on a date yesterday, and it was the first time. This is gonna sound super gay. First time I felt butterflies, or actually not yesterday, but with this person. I have hung out with this person a few times, and I get nervous, dude. I was giddy as fuck. Like, it was honestly embarrassing if you look at it, but I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go, and I guess this is just me doing this is a little diary entry, but we had a lot of fun. We went to Bon Sean, and I took her to around surprise, it's a girl. Contrary to my hair, no, I took her to around Greensboro and some dope bars that I like Dram and Cohill and stuff. But it was a Monday, so you just like couldn't enjoy too much of Greensboro. I don't know. I like her. I mean, there are things I'm wary and hesitant of because I think it's not so much about age, like the older that you get, but the more experience you have with dating, the more things on your list, that your checklist, the more of like, I need this in a girl, or I don't like this in a girl. Like, it's much faster. Also, another thing I realized about myself going on this date is I am very upfront. It's to the point where it could be negative. Honestly, I literally told the person everything I was feeling, and not everything, but like a lot of things. And like, even I confronted them even about something else that I didn't like. It's just like, I'm so upfront. Like, I really cannot hold my thoughts. I guess that's one of my faults, like whatever I think. But yeah, I hope that person had fun. I had a blast, and I don't know, we'll see how it goes. And guess I'll give you guys updates. But what does that mean for me? I don't think I'm gonna just close off just like being on like dating apps and everything like that and so forth. But we'll see where it goes. I like that person. Finger tattoos. I got my fingers done, and the only reason I want to tell you guys about this is how bad this motherfucking middle one hurt, bro. I'll flick you guys off. This finger was probably my most painful tattoo out of all of my tattoos, with an exception of maybe my leg. Sorry, if you guys saw a cutoff, it was just because I had an important phone call. But yeah, dude, I got these done. I've always wanted hand tattoos too. And most people who knows that I've always planned on having a left sleeve. The right sleeve is my right leg sleeve is what was like more planned out after, but I've always wanted a sleeve, and I wanted my hands done. And yeah, I was just like, let's send it, you know. And I got these numbers done and stuff. But yeah, I was not expecting the middle finger to hurt that bad. I will say though, I have a really high pain tolerance. I'm higher than I thought it would. Most people, when they were telling me like, oh, be careful getting a tattoo here and there, and they're like, oh my God, it's gonna hurt. I feel bad. They always assume that I'm gonna cry. Like, my ex-girlfriend even said like, oh, you're gonna sob. And like, I was expecting I was gonna sob and be a little bitch, but honestly, I have a pretty high pain tolerance. I would kind of just take it. I just take it right in the ass. But no, it's not unbearable. It just hurt a little bit. But yeah, it was interesting. He did really well. Shout out to Kevin, man. My artist Kevin is just the GOAT. It's also very inexpensive, which is awesome because the work is great. I still have some more planned. I'm gonna fill out my leg, but right now I'm broke skis because I just ordered a car, and that car is expensive. So that will be interesting and fun. I'm really excited for that too. I don't even know if I told you guys about it. I won't. I'm trying not to like be that guy who like flexes and stuff, but I'm excited. I'm picking up the car next week, and I'm really, really freaking stoked about that. I've been borrowing cars from my friends who have two cars, which is like amazing. First off, to have multiple friends that have multiple cars and they're willing to share it with you, fucking goated. But yeah, long story short, guys, have a great week. I'm going on this tour. Stay tuned for that. The next episode should be one of the college episodes. I'm really hyped about that. Thank you so much if you guys listened in to this solo podcast. It was a quick one. Just wanted to knock one out and update you guys on a lot of things going on. Check out my main YouTube channel. It's going to be I'm going to be uploading a lot more regularly. I'm going to try to do 1 to 2 videos every week. Ideally. We'll see though. But yeah, other than that, have a great week. See you guys next time. Peace.